am Lee, in your everyday light worker, hip hop litigator, and your sexual harassment ex not specialist. What is the word when you know everything about it? I can't think of it now. I'll come back to it. But I can tell you anything and everything about sexual harassment. Expert. I'm an expert at this. So let's talk about the implications and consequences of sexual harassment and why it is important for organizations to take it seriously, especially its prevention, because once it gets out of hand, it can create just a horrible, ugly legal mess that you don't want to deal with. So, unwanted sexual statements and conduct has profound consequences under U.S. law. When the behaviors are reported and proven to be in violation of Title VII, there are several potential outcomes. So, the first that employers do not want is employer liability. Employers are generally held liable for the actions of their employees. And if an employee engages in unwanted sexual statements and or conduct and the employer fails to take appropriate action to prevent or address the harassment, the employer can and likely will be held responsible legally. There will be some legal liability there. Um, Civil lawsuits. Victims of unwanted sexual statements and conduct may file civil lawsuits against their harassers and, in some cases, their employers. These lawsuits seek damages for emotional distress, lost wages, and other related expenses incurred as a result of the harassment. Legal remedies in cases where the unwanted sexual statements and conducts violate Title VII. Legal remedies may include financial compensation, injunctive relief, or other measures designed to rectify the harm caused to the victim. The victims can file a complaint with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, the federal agency that is responsible for enforcing Title VII. The EOC investigates and addresses violations of Title VII, including unwanted sexual statements and conduct. Employer responsibility. Employers have responsibility to prevent and address unwanted sexual statements and conduct in the workplace. They are encouraged to establish clear policies, provide training, and promptly address complaints to maintain a harassment free environment. And finally, and I've seen this happen too, there can be, in some cases, unwanted sexual statements and conduct may rise to the level of criminal behavior, such as sexual harassment, stalking, cyberbullying, which can result in criminal charges. So the consequences of unwanted sexual statements and or conduct are not limited to legal actions. Victims often suffer emotional and psychological distress, which can impact their overall well-being and productivity. So creating a workplace or an environment free from such harassment is essential for personal and professional growth of individuals. And I think that will end our series on sexual harassment. If you want this information in booklet form, I am going to put it all in a little booklet that you can get online at Amazon. And in that booklet, you'll also be able to take notes about any particular types of sexual harassment that you have experienced in the workplace. And it's really important to keep a log where you keep the date, the time, and the specific type of sexual harassment so that you have evidence and you have a record of what is happening and what is occurring in the workplace. That's really critical in terms of making your case that you have experienced sexual harassment. Um, I can't think of anything else. I think I've covered everything having to do with sexual harassment. If you have any questions for me, I can be reached. My website is in the link below my videos, so you can contact me through my website. I get a lot of requests to take on people's complaints. I'm no longer doing complaints personally. I'm not serving as a lawyer anymore because it is extremely, extremely time consuming and kind of soul crushing. But I can coach you through the process if that is something that you think you might need some help with, and um, you can contact me with regard to that. All right, Emily, Everyday Lightworker, signing off.